Full send.
We're rolling.
Okay, perfect. This is what? Episode 4? Episode 4. Wow.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro.
Cuatro.
That's all I got.
We're bilingual.
Oh.
No, but, well,
Of course, the oven has to go off right now.
Denter.
It's casserole, by the way.
Well, this is your second. This is your second episode you're on, but the last one you said but 5 words.
Yeah, I've already broken that record, so
Yeah.
let's shatter it. You know, I just did. What?
Means you're the only person that I'm talking to this time. I'd appreciate it if you did say more than that.
I don't know. You like to hear yourself talk? It's the
No.
point of a podcast, correct?
Yeah. It's more of a hobby. You know? Like, I just like talking to people about shit.
Well, what's on the mind tonight? What are we
Well,
gonna do right now?
I know you wanted to talk about guns. What in particular? The way they're manufactured? The stupid laws going around?
No, let's not do the laws bullshit. How about just the general history?
Fuck, that dates way back.
Chinese made guns out of bamboo and black powder.
That's awesome. The barrel and stuff was like bamboo? Or
Yeah, you just shoot objects out of bamboo shoot. I mean,
like old
it only
blunderbuss
works
type
like
deal?
yeah, basically it would only work once, but like
It'd still be pretty sweet.
one shot, one kill. You know.
Same with archery. Like that's even further back, but it's just like I want to stab that guy, but
Way
he's
over there.
Yeah. Archery's another cool thing. It takes, I don't want to say more skill.
On the line of archery, atlatls. For
That
those that
I
don't
wanna
know what
try.
an atlatl is is a long spear-like arrow. It's longer than an arrow, but as thin as an arrow. And you have a stick that's got a hook on it. Now this little hook point type deal goes into the back of the arrow, and you fling it.
Pretty much like a.
It's like it's kind of like a catapult, but with an arrow.
in your own muscle.
Yeah, you would niff that.
If that.
The dart would hook into the, well, it would be like this. It would hook in there, and you would throw it. And actually, they go way farther than arrows and spears do, I believe. I could be so wrong about that.
I've seen people use them and they're incredible. The people that use them are dead.
So Native Americans in Missouri, you can find artifacts from atlatls from hunting, mammoths, and they would have these. They would have these counterweights on the back of the arrows that were made of like pink granite and stuff, and like those are worth a lot of money. I know a guy here in Union that collects them. He's got like 5 or 6 that he's.
atlatl stuff.
Yeah, well, he just collects random artifacts in general.
Yeah.
He arrowhead hunts a lot and stuff.
Shit, Grandpa needs to get with him because your glasses are on weird.
If you were the leader of a whole universe, what would you abolish for all time?
God. Leader of a whole universe or like planet?
If you were the leader of this universe, would you ban things like going to the moon or like that stupid propaganda thing? Let's shoot nukes at the moon and see what happens. Well, we're going to die. Don't do that.
No, they're actually talking about nuking Mars, and it's for actually weird reasons. It's supposed to
It's to see if it can trigger...
pretty much heat.
Yeah, we're getting off subject from the question.
Oh, yeah. Let's just make it simpler. If I was the ruler of like just say Earth, right?
Okay, instead of the universe.
Yeah, because that'd be way too complicated.
It's too much for one man.
Yeah, too much. The Earth is.
I'm not the
country is-
Star-Lord.
Oh, good. But if I was a ruler of like Earth or something, depends. Well, would it be like early civilization, current day?
Current day, everything how it is right now. If you were the leader of all things right now, just a global
I would
leader,
make.
what would you abolish?
I would say abolish. It was kind of, but I would make racism like a really big deal. Like, you racist, you get in a lot of trouble. You know what I mean? Because it's such a dumb thing to do. Why hate someone for the color?
So, abolish the thought,
Not necessarily thought, but more
because
the
that
action.
is a thought.
Yeah, technically.
It's
I mean,
just a mindset that was created by some idiots. It needs to be.
yeah, it's. I understand.
Get deeper into that. What would you abolish that's really Would you abolish guns so that the thing was never invented and there wouldn't be these mass shootings and we'd still be hunting with bows and arrows?
No, because I feel like even if there were, people would still try to do it with bows and arrows nowadays.
You know what I would abolish and just completely get rid of? Plastic.
That's true.
Any type of plastic to ever be created.
Make
I pulled
sure
a plastic out of a. I pulled a plastic fork out of a pond today.
It's not okay.
I was proud of myself.
That was very good.
It was cold water. I made my sacrifice.
But yeah, littering is a huge thing. I mean, like, everyone's guilty of it of some context. But,
Cigarettes, everybody fucking, oh, I want to save the planet. Flicks fiberglass cigarette butt out the window.
I'm guilty of that sometimes too. But like,
I still got them in my pocket from earlier.
I do too.
I'm a good human.
Yeah, see, but like, if I go to like nature places and like, you know, out stuff like that, I make sure to not. I don't waste. You know what I mean? If I have trash, something.
If you go to nature places, if you leave this house, you're in nature
well,
place.
You know what I mean? Like, we went to Klondike today.
Correct.
You know, a park, if you will. You know.
We'll treat the rest of the world how you treat the parks.
Yeah.
The world is our park. We keep the parks there for stupid fucking reasons, if you ask me. Anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of things, but that would take entirely too long.
So plastic is mine, and racism is yours.
See, now that you say racism, it makes me feel silly. I just hate. I don't. Narrow-minded people like that upset me. And it's not even just racism; it's like their own opinion. If it's not their opinion, you're wrong. You know what I mean?
Facts are facts. All humans are the same. Just some people act different. We shouldn't.
See, opinions are literally people's thoughts, and at the end of the day, I've said this before on another podcast, it shouldn't upset people.
Not at all.
Right. See, okay. Say, like, I like strictly hip-hop music, and you like only rock. Just in theory. I know it's mixed, but just for
I'm tracking.
And I tell you that, and you don't talk to me no more because of that. It's that silly. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Since we're on music, so we jump to that entirely different subject.
That's what this is
My
about.
friend, I'll go ahead and name drop, Andrew Prado. He's not going to see this, but anyway. One time he said, like, we were arguing about music, and I told him to turn something off because I thought it was stupid. I didn't want to hear it.
Yeah.
And he completely changed my mind when he said that, you know, music is for everybody. Everybody likes their own music. Kind of like food.
Right.
Like, everybody likes, you should give it a shot, just like I get on to you.
Yeah.
Like, if you give me a song.
I've gotten better.
Yeah. If you give me a song and you really like it and you want me to hear it because you are so in love with it, I'm going to listen to it.
Oh,
and I'm going to try and like it.
Same.
Just be that way with everything.
Right. Like,
Religion.
Oh, God.
There's a whole podcast right there.
Yeah. See, there are certain things I don't really like talking about it because it's so offensive to some people. Like,
it's not offensive. Nothing's offensive. People just get their panties in a wad.
Yeah, people are so biased about certain things, politics, religion, stuff like that, that I don't like talking about it because I could say one small thing and be like, you know, some religions are silly, and one person will be like, oh, well, so you think religion's stupid.
Well, you use that word that I keep hearing everybody use, offended.
Yeah.
And when you say that anymore, I'm just like, I don't care if you're offended.
Well, I usually try not to be. You know, I don't really care either. But there's certain things
you're
I don't
offended.
Really like
that means somebody said something that hurt your feelings. And weren't we all raised to know that sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me?
Yeah. Well, apparently our generation took that little logic right there
and tossed it out the fucking window.
Yeah, exactly. Especially our generation. You know, I don't care what, you know, I don't care if you're black, white,
green, purple, whatever.
Right. Fat, skinny, tall, short, rich, poor. You treat me right, I treat you right. Straight up.
Correct.
Straight up. And I wish more people had that mindset. Someone could be out in public and someone's wearing like, hey, I'm a liberal shirt, and someone on the other side would be like, and like vice versa.
Yeah, it goes both ways.
I'm sorry.
That's where I'm like,
I see on the news all the time people wearing Trump hats and stuff getting attacked is absolutely silly.
Yeah.
Now, if you're going around like, hey, you know,
it goes both ways.
It does.
Each party is at fault for something fucking bananas.
See, you want to talk about something that I wish was abolished? Politic parties.
Our government.
I wish we would have just...
Hail Hydra!
Oh, no. Nope. Let's not go
Wrong,
there.
wrong direction.
Yeah,
My bad.
Yeah, we're back it up a little bit. Soft pump. All right. No.
Oh,
No.
wrong direction still.
There.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna boop, boop, back it up.
Just hold that one back.
No, whoop, whoop, you know. But
Where'd we get this?
I don't know. It just kind of appeared. But yeah, I hate politics really because you can't talk about it with the other person getting so upset. Mainly because a lot of people that have like such strong opinions don't know all the facts.
Yeah, people get so blindsided by being a part of one thing and not just accepting roles in both parts, which is
Right.
what needs to happen. We
Everyone
don't
needs
need
to
a
accept their
left
own.
and we don't need a right. We just
a
need
forward.
yes, forward. That was great. Just need to fucking move forward.
Right. Okay.
And all
real
of
quick.
this, choose the lesser of the two evils. There shouldn't be any fucking evil in it.
Right.
Should be no.
See, here's my thing though. Just because certain people got, you know, the other party got elected, they want them to fail, and I think that's absolutely silly. That'd be like saying you're on a plane.
It just needs
and
to
you
be a
want your
mutual
pilot
understanding that
crash.
we all want good things for
Right.
the place
I
that
don't
we
care
live in.
who gets elected as long as they do a positive some way or another in our country. I'm for them. You know. I
Yeah.
don't, you know, obviously if they're for like dictatorship and shit like that, I probably wouldn't want them in long. But
My nigga Stalin, though. I mean,
no.
everyone fucking sucks. Everyone eat a dick and go to bed.
Anyway, but one thing I want to try real quick is that prompt thing or whatever we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, can you throw me that book?
Yeah.
Waiter!
Absolutely
Shit.
blaster.
You hit the microphone. I bet that was really fucking loud.
Oh, I bet. Oh well. And yeah. And also Skylar kind of slipped, and I don't think you noticed it, but facials.
Hmm.
So,
Oh.
yeah. Let's try to keep an eye on that. Anyway, read off some questions.
I want you. All right, we'll go back and forth, okay?
Okay.
Now, you're not going to be comfortable with it, but let's get out of comfort zones and be different for once.
That's what
Describe 5 parts of your body, including your face. But I'm going to go in depth with that. When I say describe them, literally describe what you see in your brain. Not what you're thinking other people are going to see.
Absolute trash.
Everything about it.
Fiance's over there
Sucks.
jerking off to you, though.
Yeah. God bless her.
Anyway.
I don't know why, because I think I look
Horrendous.
so.
I think he's kind of cute. Nah. Guess not. All right.
Now I'm blushing.
All right, so go on. The 5 parts of your body, including your face. Like, what are the things you're proud of? Let's do
Proud
that.
of?
That big old swinging dick.
No.
You're hung like a fucking zoo animal, aren't you?
No. How about no? Things I'm proud of. Some of my tattoos are kind of cool.
Is that your foot or the dog? That's the
my
dog.
foot. You just grazed my foot.
That's your foot.
Yeah.
Okay. Whoopsie.
Drink to that.
Oh, anti-anxiety dog tabs. How many of them do you think it would take to put me to sleep, honestly? Oh, they're beef flavored? I should use these in ramen. Thanksgiving's gonna be good. Everybody's gonna shut the fuck up.
That NyQuil thing in the cherry pie. It's gonna be a peaceful. Yeah.
That's awful.
I honestly love the holidays with my families because it's, especially on my dad's side, it's
I don't-
always.
I don't give a shit about the holidays
I just like
per
being with
se.
family.
Yeah, it's just that when everybody comes together,
Yeah, I don't see like
the
especially
problems go
entire-
out the window. Everybody knows not to bring up any of the problems because it's just going to lead to drama.
Right. And a lot of people dread some holidays with families and stuff, but I look forward to it.
I fucking hate Christmas. I walked into Schnucks today and hit like, you know those cinnamon wreaths that they hang on the outside? You can smell the house before you come down the road.
Mm-hmm.
I walked in and it punched me in the nose and I literally when I walked in the door, is it? Yes. I blew a Smurf.
Oh shit.
Blew.
All right, another question out of that.
since we're not going to continue on with the 5
Yeah.
things, including
Yeah,
your
yeah,
face. What's a time somebody talked you into doing something you didn't want to do?
Go, man. I will
Like that
say
time
some
we
of
did
on
all those
podcast.
mushrooms?
No. Non-drug related.
Yeah, I bet crack was fun, wasn't it, buddy? We do not condone crack. All the others are fine, though.
I just want the record to state that I've never actually done crack.
Nobody in this house has done crack.
Right.
No one in this house has done crack.
Okay.
Anyway, NSA, don't worry about that one.
Government, like, waiting. There's a van that just pulled up outside our house. Then we're like, never mind.
I just popped my neck looking back really hard.
Whiplash. But I don't remember the question at this point.
We really suck at this.
Yeah, but like sometimes we're funny, so
All right.
I'll pick one. Okay. If you could start.
You should flip through and pick some. Like, you don't, I mean, do whatever you want. Sorry.
Right about a time you wish you had known something when you were younger.
Okay.
Adulting sucks.
I wish, when I was younger, I wish I had known that. I wish I had been taught that, like, budgeting is an actual, very important
Yeah.
thing. Careless spending.
Don't look at it's not just me.
I did buy a stick for $20.
Yeah. We're all guilty of it.
It's a nice fucking stick. It's so straight. It's just like me. As am I. Very straight.
Want to let the as you're drinking a completely fruity cocktail.
Got
We're
me to
not-
talk, didn't it?
Yeah, I guess that's true. Just like the Big Bang Theory with the Raj with his grasshoppers
Yeah.
takes a first sip. Why am I so lonely? It's just like, oh shit, I felt that. But yeah. Dude, another thing that's really fun to look into, we were talking about it the other day, was conspiracy theories and stuff. That's something I should have done. I actually had someone message me about that, about going a little further into depth about, particularly,
Nipple dinosaurs.
no, about the Mandela effect.
Remind me again what that is?
There's been a couple different things, but pretty much the one I looked into was back 2012. There's a particle they discovered called the CERN particle. Pretty much, if you break it, it creates a black hole.
Okay, so while we're on the CERN particle, and you know the CERN accelerator,
The big long tube.
it's a loop. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
that's
sure.
it.
A
That's not
Russian
close.
man, don't know names or all the exact details, but something happened where he was, I guess, probably doing maintenance inside the tunnel
Oh no.
and had particles shot through his forehead. And it's not like it blew his head up or some stupid crazy thing, but it was more or less like it looked like I want to say it looked like he only had a sunburn concentrated on one spot. And
Oh,
then
really?
the further effects going through it, we should really write this down so that it's in like a later
Yeah, when you look into it, just
later
write it down.
podcast.
But anyway, so pretty much what happened was the CERN particle. They if their experiment was successful, it would create a black hole, and apparently they were successful, and we're currently in a black hole. And if you've noticed, everything since 2012 has been just off, is because there's been either like we were in a black hole or a simulator or something like that. But anyway, so everything that we thought happened, there's been very slight changes in certain things, and there's also like something.
You
to
mean
this-
like textbooks for high schools and stuff being thrown off completely, and we're not learning the same thing? Like,
Well, not only that.
like me 10 years ago was learning one thing, and my little brother who just started high school, he's going to be taught something different. Like
I mean, stuff like
okay, so I'm so young that 9/11 wasn't in our history textbooks in school. I mean,
It is
granted,
now.
obviously we learned about it, but my little brother is going to be seeing that in history books, only because he wasn't even alive to experience
Isn't that
it.
weird?
But I remember standing in the living room, watching the news. I still remember what the fucking TV looked like. It was one of those big box TVs with the
Yeah.
like the shitty wood decoration on the sides. But it was Dad's favorite TV. He loved that thing. But I just remember Dad's wife, Holly, like I could see it all. She's in the bathroom, like catty-cornered from the living room. I can see her in the mirror doing her hair. I'm watching for the bus, and I'm watching the TV.
Mm-hmm.
And she said something about a plane hitting, and then, I'm like, fucking airplanes. Cool, kindergarten and shit. So I'm watching the news, and I'm like, a second plane hit a tower, and she loses her fucking mind. That's when everybody, people are driving to gas stations, and yeah, they're filling up their gas tanks, don't know if they're gonna have to, evacuate certain areas, or gas stations and stuff went empty, and bread and milk was off the shelves.
Yeah.
Gotta get the bread and milk.
Why is it always bread and milk,
I think it's an older people thing.
Yeah.
Those are the essentials. You can do a lot of things with bread and milk.
I mean, it's not wrong, I guess.
They're hearty. Hearty.
Filling and
Right.
somewhat cheap.
Stick to your ribs.
But no, so another one's it's pretty much like false memories we were given. So you look up the examples, and it's actually mind-blowing. So Febreze, for example, used to be spelled with one E.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Bernstein Bears.
Bernstein Bears?
Yeah, it's spelled differently. The biggest one, the Statue of Liberty. You know how it's on Ellis Island right now?
Mm-hmm.
It used to be on Liberty Island. You go back and look at photos of people and touring and stuff.
Island.
Two completely different islands, but they're right next to each other.
Okay. So another theory that can branch off from this, I guess sort of related, the simulation theory, that we're all just in a big computer program. We're just ones and zeros. I think my favorite, to look at the grand scheme, the big picture of everything, my favorite is to look at us all as, Joe Rogan said this on his podcast, something along the lines of, we're a walking cell of cells that's just a big part of another cell.
Yeah, it is.
My cover photo on Facebook is if an alien sitting there smoking a cigarette and his head is the moon, and then its belly is unzipped, and then there's Earth. That's us.
Isn't that weird?
We're small cells on a cell, and then we see all these stars, and all those stars are more solar systems, and all those, they're just more cells. It's not like a big vast empty space. We're a part of something way bigger than we can even fathom. It's different from heaven and hell and gods and devils and angels, and it gets so fucking deep. If you think about it, we have cells, and
you
those
can
cells
really go
have
down
other
the
parts
wormhole.
that we can't see.
And what if it's little people living inside of us?
That's what I'm saying. We're a walking universe. We're that alien. You unzip us, and then we got all this shit going on. But inside all that shit going on, and it's just down to our very blood cells.
Hey, real quick.
Our DNA. It's everything made of cells.
22? Really? That's fast. Wow.
It's really fucking slow. I thought we'd been sitting here longer.
But yeah, that's one thing I love watching is Joe Rogan's podcast, because he gets really deep into certain stuff. Shout out Joe Rogan. But
huge inspiration, my man.
but
Fear Factor. Wish I could have been on that show.
he almost fought someone on Fear Factor.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
He talks about it.
He talks about it, but the same way he says it is, it wasn't really a fight. He just got in an argument and told some dude to quit being a dick to his lady.
Yeah.
Because the dude was being a fucking asshole, and
You're right.
Joe's a ladies' man. I'd do you.
Oh my god, that's awesome. But one thing he talks about a lot on his podcast is stem cell research. Have you looked into this at all?
Yeah, not in a long time.
It's really interesting.
I never dove. I've read about it and got the gist of what's going on, but I've never done.
A lot of people go.
I've never really read details to fully understand.
I looked into it a little bit, and pretty much it's injecting pretty much new good cells from other
where the bad ones are.
Yeah, and it helps kind of
Right. So what is the connection there with cancer?
See, now I don't know if they've. I haven't looked at. I don't know if they really use it on cancer yet.
Can you send in? So everybody has cancer cells, right?
Right.
Now, our cancer cells, are those the bad ones? Are the ones that are activated? Yes.
I believe so.
Cecilia.
What?
Never mind.
Okay.
fuck, I don't even know where I was going with that. I don't know enough about all that to try and pretend
Yeah.
like I can
But-
talk about it.
From what I understand, I could be completely wrong about this. I don't think stem cell research has gone into cancer yet. I could be wrong, but from what I've seen, it hasn't. It's more about like tears in your muscles and stuff like that.
Missing limbs.
Like
I remember seeing something on some TV show. They were growing a human ear in a petri dish, and it was alive and it was working.
Dude,
It
they've
was
already
thriving.
made clones.
I've always wanted a twin so that I can see how we fight. Like, seriously, if you have a
would be
clone,
awesome.
your clone knows everything you know, right?
Right.
So if you fight, like, is it going to just be, like, really quick and done, or is each person going to fight for life?
Right.
And, like, really, it's literally an external battle with yourself, you know, and there's internal battles with characters.
You want coffee in the morning?
Please.
Yeah, that'd be weird. But see, now, I don't think they've cloned actual human yet, but I know they've cloned
They're thinking about it.
sheep.
You ever seen Clone Wars? Some scary shit. Those are Nazis. That's not a joke. There's theories that Star Wars scheme is loosely based off of
Oh,
Nazism.
it is. If you look at certain movie stuff, the one where they're like all together and the flags behind it very similarly resembles the Third Reich, and it's insane. Same with Hydra, more obviously. So
Well, yeah, they played the Nazi role in
Right.
in the Captain America
yeah,
world.
which
The
oh my
Marvel
god, it's
world.
another thing I could talk about forever. Is the whole Marvel universe. Deadpool 3 has been confirmed, and they're actually talking about where Deadpool's gonna fit in the rest of the Marvel universe.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
They're-
I think he just needs to stay in his own shit and mind his business.
Well, see, it's still gonna be rated R. That's what I love. But they're gonna bring certain other characters. They can bring anyone from the Marvel universe in now. Another thing they're talking about is X-Men versus Avengers, because they're all in the same. They're all owned by Disney now, so it's a very possible thing. Now that would be an insane movie. Yeah, that would be an insane movie.
Yeah, it would. Can I have a fork too while you're up, please?
A fork? Oh, for your. Okay.
For my fruit, for my cocktail. Fruit.
Anyway, yeah.
Comments below if you know what movie that was from.
Hey, your mic fell.
Shit! Sorry, you're listening to my balls. Hang on. I'm good. It's in my shirt.
Yeah,
Right here.
I hope they can hear you.
I hope so too. It's gonna
Otherwise,
be really
this is
fucking
completely
awkward. I don't remember what I said.
Yeah. I don't remember either. But
I don't remember what we were just talking about.
Marvel. That's about all I remember. Anyway, hey. Okay. We can probably cut this soon. So, we never really did honestly talk about guns.
No, just bullshitting subjects we could talk about. I don't know. We both have ADD so bad that we can't keep a straight subject.
Yeah.
You want to talk about suicide? Okay. Kidding. Not funny. Just make
More or less-
intense eye contact with the camera while I do weird
Grab a
shit.
cigarette. I'll smoke it after that.
So trashy of us to smoke there.
I don't care.
We live in a trailer. Fuck you. I'm sorry if I'm driving this
Hey,
in the wrong direction that
Joe
you
Rogan
wanted it.
smokes like cigars and stuff. Some of his guests smoke cigarettes on his podcast.
Joe just strikes me as the guy who'd be like, take that stinky shit outside.
No,
Because it stinks.
He doesn't
it's
care.
gross. And I want to
he does not care.
throw it against the wall. Just yeet that shit. He doesn't care because he's a man's man that minds his own fucking business and doesn't care what you do with your life. And that's the way everybody else needs to be. Stop giving a shit what other people are doing. Just worry about your fucking self.
That's crazy. You ever done DMT?
Why, yes, I have, Joe.
Oh man,
It was just one time. Wasn't any good.
and Bandcamp.
This one time at band camp, I won't finish that. I shoved a flute in my pussy.
But yeah. Oh my
I don't
god.
have a vagina. I just like to clarify.
ladies.
Hung like a double A if you're interested.
Duracell.
It lasts forever.
Oh no, Energizer. Just keep going and going and going and going. And boom goes the dynamite.
And I'm spent. Make sure to recycle me.
Starts crying.
For real, don't throw your batteries in the trash. It's not good.
It's bad. But we throw everything.
Don't dump grease down the kitchen drain either, for fuck's sake.
PSA.
It's true though. Even if you're running hot water behind it, you're just making things worse. Trust me.
It's clogging it up in the long run.
You're just pushing grease to another spot in the pipe, and it makes it harder to fix in the long run.
Yeah.
If your pipes don't leak already from doing it. Fucking animals.
Fucking animals. Man. Good stuff. I'd say that's pretty good for an episode.
What, 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You're quitting on me? You're hungry, aren't you?
Yeah. So we're gonna end it up there. Hopefully here soon I want to start getting actual microphones and stuff like that. It's slowly gonna build up more, but for now this works. People like it, and I appreciate everyone that's like messaged me and ask questions and stuff like that. People
Give
have
us
no
a subject list. What do you
See,
want us to talk about?
I've been trying to do that, but I haven't got quite enough people to like watch it consistently enough to have that baseline, you know?
Yeah.
But that's one thing I need. Someone did ask me to get more in depth about the Mandela one. I need to do a little more research about that one. Shit. But yeah, like people, I don't think, especially just starting out, people have no idea how much it makes my day when people comment, ask questions. Just the thought of that.
No, it was just... I don't know.
But, yeah. Really appreciate it. And, so you guys can work.
Yes.
And...
Sorry.
That was loud. Good? And we're clear.